Today we're going to talk about economic activity in a changing world. The first things you need to look at are economic indicators. Just like runs batted in and strikeouts record how a baseball player is doing, certain economic indicators like GDP, unemployment, and inflation help us understand how the economy is performing. They measure things like how much a country is producing, whether its economy is growing, and how it compares to other countries. GDP, or gross domestic product, is the total value of the goods and services produced within a country in a given year. To calculate GDP, economists sum the consumer goods and services, the business goods and services, government goods and services that are produced each year, and add the exports or goods and services that are sold to other countries. To make GDP, which is a very large number at $18 trillion for the United States in 2014, more understandable, you divide GDP, total GDP, by the population of a country, and you get GDP per capita, or GDP per person. Looking at GDP per capita helps you understand what's the standard of living each country has. The United States has a GDP per capita, or a standard of living, of $43,000 per person. The unemployment rate is another economic indicator that measures the number of people who are able to work but don't have a job. Unemployment goes up or rises during recessionary periods in the business cycle. When there is a downsize in companies and the economy slows down, people are laid off and lose their job. This is called cyclical unemployment. It's the worst type of unemployment. There are two other reasons for unemployment: structural, which is when your job skills do not match the job skills needed in the workforce, so you will need to be retrained. It's due to changes in industry. And frictional unemployment, which is unavoidable. It's when you just graduated or entered workforce from maybe staying at home, or if you quit your job and you're looking for another job. It's temporary unemployment. The last economic indicator we're going to discuss is inflation, which is the general increase in the average cost of goods and services. Inflation happens each year. In the United States, it averages around 2% per year. Hyperinflation is when inflation is out of control and prices rise exceptionally quickly and high. Deflation occurs when there is a decrease in the cost of goods and services. Deflation happens during recessionary time frames when the supply or the demand for consumer goods is very low. Producers will decrease prices to stimulate buying. The decrease in prices across the economy will lead to deflation. Another way to look at inflation is that what you could buy in 2010, for example, in this illustrative picture, might have gotten you almost a full bag of groceries, and in 2015, a half a bag. Inflation erodes the purchasing power of a dollar. You could buy less in the future than you can today.